Yo, what is good, YouTuber? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be building the best team possible for less than 250,000 MT here in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM. Gotta say, this team took more work than these squads generally take to build. Really wanted to make sure I maximized this team, made it as good as possible, and I think we've come up with an absolutely incredible budget squad that squeaks in just under that 250,000 MT mark. But before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 12,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, and I would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. With that being said, without further ado, let's hop right into it, and let's start off with the point guard position, which is where we are going to go with Jalen Rose. I have one small complaint about this card, and that is that I do not love his release. I do not think it is bad. I just do not think it is amazing. It's pretty mediocre. With that being said, everything else about the card is incredible. He's got great size at the PG position, hotspots from everywhere, 18 hoffs, most every key hoff outside of defensive hoffs in the game. He doesn't have defensive hoffs. I guess that's another gripe, but he does play better defense than you would anticipate. Solid all-around defensive stats. He's an elite slasher, really good shooter, and very, very fast. Has top-tier sigs with a tray escape, Francis size up, MJ dribble style, quick drops off one, normal laner. The only thing is the release. Tony Parker base just isn't that great. Kuzma upper is amazing, but it's just not that great. I don't know. Tony Parker base, not bad, just not incredible. Outside of that, though, card's a monster. Like, I think he's really, really good for 24,000 MT. Definitely one of the best budget point guards in the game. At the 2, we got an incredibly cheap elite budget card that came out yesterday in Richard Jefferson. This card, I cannot believe he is going for 10,000 MT. Just doesn't make sense to me. 6'7" with a 7-foot wingspan, but his player build makes him look closer to 6'8" or 6'9". Hotspots for nearly everywhere, as well as incredible finishing badges. Hoff Agent 3, catch and shoot, corner specialist, limitless range, slippery off ball, clamp, very quick first step, great defense, 90 plus on every defensive stat, 95 speed and excel, 95 shot 3, 98 driving dunk. Stats are incredible. Jumper's incredible. De'Aaron Fox base, D-Lo upper on very quick, righty release. It's a lot. Honestly, very similar to a release, like I said, shot 25, which is incredible. Gobi size up, John Wall escape is super solid. Normal leaner. He's got front when he doesn't actually have front clutches or normal front clutches or quick drops, but it's not that big of a deal. I feel like he's still a great slasher. The front clutches off 2 is still a super solid dunk animation. I have not noticed any issues with that at all, and I think he's an awesome card. Like, I really think he's absolutely incredible. Definitely love him especially for his price. 10K is just dumb. But Andre Kirilenko at the 3, he's one of the better 3s in the game, especially for his price. 47,000 MT for a 6'9" 3 who's got incredible hotspots from everywhere. Hoff limitless takeoff, posterizer, corner specialist, limitless range, clamp barrier, quick first step, and then a ton of defense. Defensive stats are obviously incredible. 94 speed and excel, 94 shot 3, and a 90 driving dunk. One of the best locks in the game, but not only that, O'Shea percent base on very quick, Miles Bridges upper, one of the best releases in the game. MJ dribble style, tray size up and escape, and the lid behind the back, as well as the tray fade and front clutch dunk animations. He's one of the most complete small forwards in the game, bar none. Doesn't matter about position. He is absolutely incredible. Honestly, don't understand why he's only 47,000 MT, because I still think he's a top tier card in my team, and I think he's absolutely amazing. Thurl Bailey, honestly, very similar to AK. I would even argue he might be a little bit better than AK. It's close, but 6'11" with a 7-foot wingspan, hotspots forever, 25 hoffs. This is the hero version of Thurl, going for only 43,000 MT. He's got almost every single key shooting badge in the game. Really has basically every single key shooting badge. Also, Hoff Clamper, quick first step, great defensive badges, great finishing badges, including all the key ones there as well. 95 speed and excel, 95 shot 3, 95 driving dunk, 90 plus on all the key defensive stats, and a 93 lateral quickness with this Tobias Harris base, Jetty Osman upper on very quick. Honestly, it's not quite as pretty as a KPJ base, but it reminds me of the KPJ base. And if y'all have used Hero Thurl, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about with his release being absolutely incredible. Sigs are super good as well. Has quick drops off 1. I mean, I don't know what else to say about this card, to be completely honest. I really think Thurl is one of the best value cards in the game right now at only 43,000 MT. In the center position, same thing. We get Peter, who's one of the few guys who I feel like can kind of compete against Tacos, Yaos, Minutes, players like that. He is only, and I say only with quotations, but only 7'2" with a 7'10" wingspan, though. The wingspan is huge. That helps him out a lot. Hotspots from both corners. 12 hoffs. You got posterizer, rise up, post spin, catch, corner, vice grips, good interior defensive badges. 90 interior, 90 block. Definitely plays higher than that with the wingspan and the height. Really good rebounder. Also plays higher than the stats. Incredible dunker, and he's an amazing shooter. Not the fastest card in the world, but he's fast enough to compete, especially against a Yao, Taco, Minute. The thing that gives this card so much value to me, though, is the fact that he's got a really good release as well, and has quick drops off 1. So he's got the animations in terms of the dunks and the elite release. Best release of anybody his size in the game, or bigger, pretty much. I mean, you could maybe argue that Minute has a better release, but Minute is 10 million MT plus. So, I mean, If y'all have that card, congratulations. I will never have Minute realistically, unfortunately, but doesn't have great movement. I'm not that worried about it. He's a center. Everybody else in our starting lineup can move really, really well. I love this card. He's my favorite budget Yao and Taco stopper in the game, and I do think for 43,000 MT, again, just an incredible value. Kevin Porter Jr. is the last of our more expensive players on this team at 32,000 MT. Coming off the bench, you got one of the best shot creating guards in the game. 6'6", 94 speed and excel, really good slasher and elite shooter as well as playmaker. Half clamps and pick dodger as well. 95 driving, 92 perimeter and lateral quickness, 96 shot 3. KPJ based on very quick though. In my opinion, the best release in the game. That's his biggest bonus. Pro 2 leaner, it's not as good as normal or Trey fade, but it's still good. Sigs are still very solid. Defox, size up, Curry escape. Trey behind the back isn't very good. He's got front clutches though. I understand he doesn't have the best Sigs in the game, but they're very good. And when you couple that with, in my opinion, the best release in the game and a great player build as well as very capable slashing, defense, and playmaking ability, I mean, come on. You're looking at one of the best value cards in the game at only 32,000 MT. Definitely one of the best offensive cards in my team. Shane Battier is going to be our 2. This is another card who is dumb cheap. 10,000 MT, just like Richard Jefferson, for Shane Battier. Why? He's 6'8", hot spots from everywhere, 17 hoffs. He's got finishing, shooting, and playmaking badges, some decent ones there, but defense, he's incredible. His defensive stats are insane. He's super fast. He's an elite level shooter and an elite level slasher with a great release, normal leaner, very solid sigs, and front clutch dunk animations. It's the exact same thing that I say about Richard Jefferson. I just don't understand why this card is undervalued the way that he is at only 10,000 MT, and I think he's an absolute steal for that price. Really easy choice for this team. Scout coming in at the 3, not the hero version. I wish it was the hero version, but he is way more expensive than the heroic version. The heroic version admittedly is not nearly as good as the hero version. Doesn't have quite as good sigs or quite as good of a release or quite as good stats at badges, but he's still an elite shooter, very capable defender, playmaker, and finisher with decent enough speed. A very, very solid release, normal leaner, decent sigs with Carmelo size up, Kobe escape, and the lid behind the back, as well as having quick drops off one. Just a really nice all-around card. He's 9,000 MT. Like, he's going to get the job done at a very solid level. He may not be the best small forward in the game. He may not be on the level of his hero card because his hero card is crazy, but even the base Scalabrini is still a very good value card, especially for less than 10,000 MT. And I mean, considering he's probably the worst quote-unquote card in this team, that is a really, really high floor for this type of squad. Mo Bamba, specifically the hero version, comes in at the 4. I think the hero version of Mo really is really good as well. It's 17 hoffs, 7 foot, 7'10 wingspan. That's the type of size you love to see at the power forward position at this point in the year. He's only 17 KMT as well, which is really nice. Hot spots from everywhere, 17 hoffs. You got limitless takeoff, posterizer, rise up, catch, corner, limitless range, clamper, quick for step, and elite defensive stats. Defensive badges, I should say. Defensive stats also are elite, of course. 92 speed and excel on a guy his size is phenomenal. 92 shot 3, 90 standing and driving dunk. You can't understate the value of the wingspan. Moves decently well as well and has quick drops. My only complaint is that I don't love the Mo Bamba release on very quick, but with how great he is in every other aspect, I can overlook a kind of mediocre release because of how good of a card he is in every other aspect, as well as the size that he gives me at power forward, which is so valuable and can't be overstated. And then the final card on this list, honestly pretty similar to Mo Bamba, is Tyson Chandler. I think he's a slightly better version of a Mo Bamba type card, but very similar in terms of the fact that he's also very fast. He's an incredible defender, has really, really good size at 7'1", an amazing player build, really holds it down at a high level in the interior, and he's an elite slasher as well. Only a 78 shot 3, no shooting badges on the base card. You're probably going to want to add some of those to him, but I do like his release a little bit better than Mo Bamba's, which I do prefer. He's got slightly better sigs for sure. Quick drops off 1, normal leaner. Really good card. If you get his release down, which I do not struggle with, I think he's one of the best budget bigs in the game. And he's only about 12,000 MT as well, which is an incredible price. Some of these opals on this team, man. Guys like Richard Jefferson, Shane Battier, Tyson Chandler being under 15,000 MT. You just can't ask for better prices on those types of budget cards. And overall, this team costs right at 247,000 MT at the time of me recording this on Xbox, which isn't a... I mean, it's not cheap, but it's certainly not a very expensive amount of MT, especially for how good this team really is. Really worked a lot on this team trying to get it to be good, and I think we did an awesome job of building ourselves an absolutely incredible budget squad. So hopefully y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.